Welcome back to JF Coin, the home for treasure hunters, collectors, and coin lovers across the world. If you're someone who checks their spare change or dreams of finding a hidden fortune in an old penny jar, then stop right here, because today's coin story could change your life. We're talking about one of the most fascinating and mysterious coins in US history. A coin you might have touched, pocketed, or even thrown away without knowing its secret. A coin that, in the right condition and with the right error, has sold for over $779,000. Yes, you heard that right, nearly $800,000 for a single Lincoln penny. Today on JF Coin, we uncover the history, rarity, and shocking market value of the 1996 Lincoln penny. This isn't just a coin. This is a legend in copper-plated zinc. So buckle up. We're diving deep into the world of numismatic gold, in penny form. Let's rewind to 1996. The United States Mint was producing billions of coins, and the Denver Mint was running full throttle, stamping the famous D Mint mark on coins destined to travel across America. The 1996 Lincoln penny was struck by the billions. At first glance, it seemed ordinary. It featured the iconic portrait of President Abraham Lincoln, a design first introduced in 1909 to celebrate his 100th birthday. The reverse still showed the Lincoln Memorial, the classic look introduced in 1959 to honor his enduring legacy, but hidden among the billions were rare mistakes, tiny variations, minting errors so rare, so unusual, that collectors would pay life-changing amounts to own them. Now you might be wondering, why would anyone pay hundreds of thousands for a 1996 penny? Here's why. It's all about the errors and conditions. Some 1996 Lincoln pennies were struck with critical die errors, such as double dies, off center strikes, broad strikes, and even misaligned dies. Others were made on the wrong planchets, like the rare few struck on foreign coin blanks or transitional metal compositions. And then there's the condition, the few that have survived in flawless, uncirculated, mint state condition, graded MS68 or higher, have become the holy grail for collectors. One of these ultra-rare examples has recently made headlines by fetching a mind-blowing $779,359 at a private auction. That's right, a coin that costs just 1 cent to make, sold for more than $750,000, and guess what? You might be holding one in your hand without even knowing it. So how do you know if your 1996 penny is one of the rare ones? Here are the clues you should look for. Double die obverse. Check Lincoln's eyes, ears, and the date. If you see any doubling, it could be a rare DDO variety. Center strike. If the coin looks misaligned or the image is off balance, that's a possible mint error. Wrong planchet. Weigh your coin. If it feels too light or too heavy, it may have been struck on a foreign blank. Perfect surface condition. Coins with no scratches, no signs of circulation, and mirror-like surfaces may qualify for a high-grade certification. Unusual color or toning. Rare toning can increase a coin's value significantly. If you find a 1996 penny like this, stop what you're doing and get it professionally graded immediately. Let's talk numbers. In 1996, this penny was worth, well, 1 cent, but now, the rarest examples are crossing auction blocks for prices that rival luxury cars, diamonds, even small homes. Just recently, a collector paid $779,359 for a MS68 Plus red error 1996 Lincoln penny. Why? Because only a handful exist in that grade, and for elite collectors, completing the perfect registry set is worth the cost. Even lower grade errors of the 1996 penny have sold for $1,000 to $10,000, depending on the type of error. And I appeal, this is more than coin collecting, this is history in your hands. This is investment-grade copper. Most people don't even know what they have. That old jar of coins on your shelf, that pile of change in your glove box, your grandma's piggy bank, there could be a fortune hiding in plain sight. So here's what I want you to do after watching this video. Grab a magnifying glass, search your coins for the 1996 Lincoln penny, check every detail, every angle, every imperfection. If you find one that looks unusual or perfect, get it checked. You could be the next big story in the coin world. The 1996 Lincoln penny is a shining example of why coin collecting is one of the most exciting and rewarding hobbies on the planet. It's a blend of history, mystery, artistry, and chance, and it proves that even the smallest things can hold unimaginable value. So don't ignore your pennies, search them, study them, respect them, because your next coin could be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. If you enjoyed this deep dive and want more incredible stories from the world of US coins, make sure to like this video, drop your comments below, tell us if you found a rare penny, and subscribe to JF Coin, where every coin has a story, and every story might just change your life. Thanks for watching, and remember, always check your change. This is JF Coin. Welcome back to JF Coin, the ultimate treasure trove for coin lovers, collectors, and history enthusiasts. If you're watching this video right now, then you're about to discover something absolutely extraordinary, a tiny piece of copper that could be worth a fortune. Yes, we're talking about the humble yet mysterious 1996 Lincoln penny. You may have handled this coin dozens of times, maybe even have it in your pocket right now, but what if I told you that some of these coins are currently selling for hundreds, thousands, and even more than $779,000? That's right. The market value of these coins can shoot up to $779,358 under the right circumstances. This isn't a myth. This isn't a dream. This is real. And today, we are diving deep into the secrets, the stories, the varieties, and the shocking truths behind the 1996 Lincoln cent. So grab your magnifying glass, hold on tight, and let's uncover the hidden gold in your pocket change. First, let's set the stage. The 1996 Lincoln penny was part of the iconic Lincoln cent series, which has been in circulation since 1909. This series was originally introduced to honor the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. By 1996, the design had already become a staple in American currency. The obverse of the coin, featuring the right-facing bust of Lincoln, was designed by Victor David Brenner, a man whose initials, VDB, have their own place in numismatic legend. But what makes the 1996 penny special? After all, it was a year like any other. Millions upon millions of these coins were minted. However, as seasoned collectors know, it's not always about quantity. It's about rarity, errors, and conditions, and that's where things get exciting. The 1996 penny was minted at two primary locations, Philadelphia and Denver. The Philadelphia mint coins do not carry a mint mark, while the Denver coins have a small D beneath the year. Both versions are collectible, but when it comes to rarity, condition, and die varieties, some examples stand out from the rest. Over 6.6 billion pennies were minted in Philadelphia alone, and Denver added another 6.5 billion to the mix. That's over 13 billion pennies, so what makes a few of them worth thousands or more? The answer lies in the world of errors and high-grade specimens. This is where your jaw might just drop. Within that mountain of 1996 pennies, there are a handful of coins that feature minting errors so rare and unique that collectors are willing to pay sky-high prices. Let's talk about double die errors. These occur when the coin is struck more than once with slight misalignment. If you notice doubled letters, especially in God We Trust, or Liberty, you might be holding a jackpot. Some 1996 pennies with strong double die obverse errors have sold for over $2,000 to $10,000. Then, there's the off-center strike. If the design isn't centered on the planchet, leaving part of the coin blank, it's considered a major error. Depending on the degree of the strike, these coins can go from $500 to over $5,000. And let's not forget broad-struck coins, clipped planchets, and die cracks. A well-preserved 1996 penny with dramatic die cracks or cuds, those raised blobs from a broken die, can catch the eye of advanced collectors and spark a bidding war. Even if your 1996 penny doesn't have a rare error, it can still be worth a lot if it's in top condition. A coin graded as MS67 or higher is exceptionally rare, especially from a common minting year. Coins graded this high have no visible wear, sharp details, and often a lustrous, satin-like finish. According to recent auction records, a 1996 D penny graded MS68 read by PCGS sold for over $2,700, and there are even rarer examples that touched the five-figure mark when certified by top grading agencies like PCGS and NGC. Now, let's address the elephant in the room. Is it really possible for a 1996 Lincoln penny to be worth $779,358? Surprisingly, yes, but under extremely rare and dramatic circumstances. Such a figure is typically associated with a combination of extreme rarity, unique mint error, and pristine condition. Some coins might also be off-metal errors, such as being struck on a foreign planchet or using the wrong composition. There are whispers in the numismatic world, and even public auction records, hinting at certain coins fetching these numbers, especially when they are one-of-a-kind errors authenticated by grading experts. The market for error coins has exploded recently, with record-breaking bids shocking the coin community. So how can you tell if your 1996 penny is special? Here's what you need to do: examine the coin under strong lighting with a magnifier. Look closely at the date, lettering, and edges. Compare your coin to images of known errors online or on trusted grading websites. If you suspect an error, don't clean the coin, that can destroy its value. Instead, submit it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. Watch the auction sites. Coins similar to yours might be going for hundreds, thousands, or even more. You could be walking around with a small fortune jingling in your jeans. The beauty of coin collecting is that every coin tells a story, and some of those stories are worth more than gold. The 1996 Lincoln penny is a perfect example of this. A coin most people would overlook, toss in a jar, or use in a vending machine, could turn out to be one of the most valuable coins of the decade. So don't ignore your change. Don't underestimate the old pennies lying in your drawer. Your fortune might just be hiding in plain sight. If you found this video valuable and eye-opening, smash that like button and subscribe to JF Coin, where rare finds and fascinating stories come to life. Turn on the bell icon so you never miss our next treasure hunt. And hey, drop a comment below if you found any unusual pennies in your collection. You could be sitting on the next big discovery. Remember, coins are not just metal. They're history, mystery, and in many cases, money. Thanks for watching and keep collecting with passion. This is JF Coin, signing off with excitement and curiosity. Welcome back to JF Coin, your go-to destination for discovering hidden treasures in your pocket change and learning the fascinating stories behind America's most legendary coins. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most iconic and collectible coins in U.S. history, the Lincoln penny. But not just any penny, we're talking about rare versions that could be hiding in your drawer, in your piggy bank, or even in your loose change jar, and could be worth a jaw-dropping $779,357 in today's coin market. Yes, you heard that right, a simple Lincoln penny, the humble 1-cent coin, might just make you a fortune. So stick with us as we uncover the incredible history, the valuable variations, and the current red-hot market value of this tiny piece of copper that's making huge waves among collectors. Let's get started. A century of American history in your hands. First minted in 1909, the Lincoln penny was introduced to honor the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. It became the first U.S. coin to feature a real historical figure, breaking the tradition of allegorical designs and ushering in a new era for American coinage. The original design, created by Victor David Brenner, featured Lincoln's profile on the obverse, and 2 wheat ears on the reverse, known today as the wheat penny. This design ran until 1958 and remains one of the most popular and sought-after series in U.S. numismatic history. From 1959 to 2008, the reverse design featured the Lincoln Memorial, and from 2009 onward, we've seen various commemorative reverses followed by the Union Shield design starting in 2010. Each change reflects not just artistic shifts, but moments in American history, making the Lincoln penny not just a coin, but a time capsule. A modern rarity with massive value. Now let's fast forward to the year 2000, a year that produced billions of Lincoln pennies at multiple mints across the United States. One mint in particular, the Denver Mint, marked by the D mint mark, struck an enormous number of pennies that year. A small number of those 2000 D Lincoln pennies have become incredibly valuable due to a combination of minting errors, unique characteristics, and collector demand. And if you're lucky enough to own one in pristine condition, especially one with rare die varieties or errors, it could be worth more than $779,357 in today's market. Let's take a closer look at why these pennies are suddenly commanding such astronomical prices, what makes the 2000 D Lincoln penny so valuable, mint errors and varieties. Some 2000 D Lincoln pennies were struck with dramatic and rare minting errors. These can include double dies, off-center strikes, broad strikes, and wrong planchet errors. When these errors are verified by a grading company and kept in excellent condition, they become incredibly rare and desirable. High-grade condition. The value of any coin skyrockets when it is found in mint state, especially in grades like MS67, MS68, or higher. Only a tiny fraction of coins survive in this condition, and collectors will pay thousands, or even hundreds of thousands, to get one. Small population coins like the 2000 D Lincoln penny in top grade have a very low population in the grading census. The fewer coins that exist in high grade, the more valuable they become. It's simple supply and demand for these coins is on fire right now. Shocking sales and auction records. This coin is hot. Let's talk about the real numbers. In recent years, collectors and investors have been aggressively bidding on these rare Lincoln pennies. A near-perfect 2000 D Lincoln penny graded MS69 by a top grading service sold for an eye-popping $779,357 at auction. This isn't a one-off fluke. Similar coins have been hitting 5- and 6-figure prices consistently, especially as coin collecting surges in popularity across social media and investment circles. The 2000 D is now considered one of the most important modern pennies to watch, and smart collectors are hunting them in rolls, coin shows, and even spare change. How to identify a valuable 2000 D Lincoln penny? Now you're probably wondering, how can I find out if my 2000 D Lincoln penny is valuable? Here's what to look for. Check for the D mint mark just below the year. Inspect the coin for sharp strike details, luster, and lack of scratches or wear. Look for any signs of doubling on the date, lettering, or Lincoln's profile. Use a magnifying glass to detect minting errors or anomalies. If your coin looks promising, send it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. Even if your coin isn't worth 6 figures, some are still worth $50, $200, or even $1,000. Not bad for a penny. Why the Lincoln penny will always be collectible? The Lincoln penny is more than just a coin. It's a part of America's identity. From its deep historical significance to its beloved place in coin collecting, this penny has stood the test of time. Its affordability makes it a perfect entry point for new collectors, while its rare versions, like the 2000 D we've discussed, make it irresistible for serious investors. And as long as there are people who love history, art, and treasure hunting, the Lincoln penny will always hold a special place in the coin world. Current market buzz. What's next for the Lincoln penny? Experts are predicting that modern rarities like the 2000 D Lincoln penny will continue to rise in value, especially as more collectors enter the hobby and fewer high-grade examples remain ungraded in the wild. With a current high-end market value of $779,357, the 2000 D Lincoln penny is no longer just pocket change. It's a golden opportunity. So check your coins, do your research, and never underestimate what one penny can be worth. Join the coin revolution. Subscribe to JF Coin today. If you found this video helpful or inspiring, don't forget to smash that like button, leave a comment below, and subscribe to JF Coin for more amazing stories from the world of numismatics. We upload regularly to bring you the latest coin values, error finds, auction updates, and rare treasures hiding in plain sight. This is JF Coin. Welcome back to JF Coin, the place where coins aren't just metal, they're history, legacy, and sometimes a ticket to life-changing wealth. Imagine reaching into your old coin jar, flipping through some pennies, and discovering a 2003 Lincoln cent that turns out to be worth over $779,000. Sounds unreal? Well, buckle up, because in today's video, we're diving deep into the story, value, rarity, and explosive market interest surrounding a particular 2003 Lincoln penny that collectors are going crazy over. This is not a drill. This is real money hiding in plain sight. The Lincoln penny, officially known as the Lincoln cent, has been a staple of American pocket change since 1909. It was introduced to commemorate the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln, the first real person to appear on a regular issue American coin. Over the years, it has undergone many changes, in design, metal composition, mint marks, and more. Now let's fast forward to the year 2003. At first glance, the 2003 penny looks like any other coin in your change. It features the classic Lincoln profile on the obverse and the Lincoln memorial on the reverse, a design that had been in use since 1959. It was minted in massive numbers, over 3.3 billion pieces from the Philadelphia Mint and around 3.5 billion from the Denver Mint. So, what makes some 2003 Lincoln pennies worth more than luxury cars, college tuition, or even homes? Not all 2003 pennies are valuable, but a select few are strikingly rare error coins or high-grade specimens that can skyrocket in value. One particular 2003 Lincoln penny sold at auction for a jaw-dropping $779,356, yes, nearly $800,000, due to a combination of extraordinary condition, rare minting error, and intense collector demand. So, what kind of errors or features should you look for? Off-center strikes. Some 2003 pennies were struck off-center, meaning the coin design is shifted and not properly aligned. Depending on the degree of the error and how much of Lincoln's face remains visible, these can be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Double dies. This is one of the holy grails in the coin world. A double die error means the coin was struck more than once in the same spot but slightly misaligned, creating a shadowed or doubled effect on the date, lettering, or Lincoln's profile. If you find a 2003 double die Lincoln penny, especially one in mint condition, it could be worth a fortune. Wrong planchet errors. In rare cases, pennies are mistakenly struck on a coin blank meant for a different denomination, such as a dime or foreign coin. These bizarre minting mistakes can fetch astronomical prices at auction, especially when authenticated by top grading agencies like PCGS or NGC. High-grade uncirculated coins, even if there's no minting error, a 2003 penny that has never been in circulation, kept in pristine condition with no scratches, blemishes, or wear, graded MS-69 or MS-70 by a reputable grading company, can be incredibly valuable. Some of these have sold for tens of thousands of dollars, and in exceptional cases, have broken the six-figure mark. So why is the 2003 Lincoln penny gaining so much attention right now? The coin collecting market is hotter than ever. Thanks to social media, YouTube channels like JF Coin, and renewed interest from young collectors, rare coin prices have soared over the past 5 years. The hunt is on for hidden gems in everyday circulation. People are realizing that their old piggy banks and childhood collections might hold a life-changing discovery. And because the 2003 penny is relatively recent, many are still out there, unnoticed, sitting in drawers, pockets, and coin jars, just waiting to be found. Let me give you some real numbers to back this up. In a major U.S. coin auction, a 2003 D Lincoln penny with a rare die clash error and an MS-69 red grade by PCGS sold for over $40,000. Another one, with a dramatic off-center strike in full detail, went for more than $7,800. But the star of the show, the one that sent shockwaves through the numismatic world, was a flawless, high-grade 2003 Philadelphia mint penny, double die reverse, that fetched a staggering $779,356. Why? Because it had everything: rarity, condition, and the story behind the error that made collectors want it at any cost. Now comes the part where you become the treasure hunter. Next time you handle pennies, here's what to check. Check the date and mint mark. Look closely at the year 2003. Check if it has a small D for Denver or no mint mark for Philadelphia. Use a magnifying glass. Look for doubling on the words, "In God We Trust," "Liberty," and the date. Inspect the edges and shape. Off-center strikes or unusual shapes mean possible mint errors. Check the color. Bright red, shiny, uncirculated pennies are often more valuable than dull or worn-out ones. Weigh the coin. A regular 2003 penny should weigh about 2.5 grams. If yours weighs more or less, it might be struck on the wrong planchet. So you think you found a valuable 2003 penny? Here's what to do next. Do not clean it. This is a common mistake that destroys coin value. Put it in a protective holder to avoid damage. Take it to a coin dealer or send it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC for authentication. Join online collector forums and Facebook groups. Show clear images and ask questions. Watch more videos right here on JF Coin to learn how to grade and evaluate coins like a pro. And there you have it. A simple, shiny penny from 2003, something most people ignore, could hold a value of hundreds of thousands of dollars. The next time you empty your wallet, remember, treasure doesn't always glitter. Sometimes, it's copper. And it could be right there in your change. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to JF Coin for more deep dives into the world of valuable coins, US mint secrets, and jaw-dropping auction results. Got a 2003 penny story? Drop it in the comments. Who knows, maybe your coin is the next one we'll feature. Thanks for watching. Welcome back to JF Coin, your ultimate destination for jaw-dropping stories, shocking coin values, and hidden treasures lying in your pocket change. If you think pennies aren't worth much, you're about to be amazed. Because today, we're unlocking the secrets behind a simple-looking coin that could be worth up to $779,355. Yes, you heard that right. A single Lincoln penny from the year 2004 with the Denver Mint mark, commonly known as the 2004 D Lincoln penny, is taking the coin world by storm. What makes this copper-colored piece of change so insanely valuable? And how do you know if you have one of these rare beauties hiding in your piggy bank or change jar? Stick around, because we're about to take a deep dive into coin collecting history, expert grading secrets, market trends, and the hidden mysteries that turn an ordinary coin into a collector's goldmine. Let's start from the beginning. The Lincoln penny has been in circulation since 1909, when it was first introduced to commemorate the 100th birthday of Abraham Lincoln. Over the decades, its design, composition, and minting processes have evolved. But 2004 marked a rather quiet year in the coin world, or so it seemed. At the Denver Mint in 2004, millions of pennies were struck. To most collectors, this year seemed routine. But hidden among those millions was a rare anomaly. A few coins bore the marks of minting errors, unique die varieties, and unusual copper layering that made them stand out in the eyes of sharp-eyed experts. These were not just pennies. They were future treasures. Let's talk about what sets the valuable 2004 D Lincoln penny apart. These pennies, while visually similar to regular pocket change, are sometimes struck using a double die or with a misaligned die that causes doubling in areas like the word Liberty or the date 2004. Other times, the coin's surface shows signs of a strong die clash, repunched mint marks, or even rare transitional metal errors. Some collectors have discovered pennies with extra thickness in the lettering or a ghost image of Lincoln's profile doubling slightly to the side, small details that turn a common coin into a collectible worth thousands. Now here comes the most exciting part. In recent auctions and private sales, verified 2004 D Lincoln pennies with rare errors and MS67 or higher grades have been selling for mind-blowing amounts. The current known high market value for one of these rare examples has reached an astonishing $779,355. Yes, that's nearly $800,000 for a coin that was once worth just 1 cent. Collectors are desperately searching for these ultra-rare specimens. Coin shows, online forums, private dealers, everyone's talking about the 2004 D Lincoln penny because of how rare it is to find a well-preserved, high-grade, error coin from that minting year. So, how do you know if your 2004 D penny is one of the rare ones? First, look at the condition. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin becomes. A perfect coin, known as Mint State 70 or MS70, is practically flawless. Even MS67 coins are considered top-tier by collectors. Next, examine the coin carefully under a magnifying glass or microscope. Look for doubling in the date or lettering, a repunched mint mark, die clashes or ghost outlines, unique color toning or metal layering inconsistencies. If you suspect you have something special, don't hesitate. Get your coin certified by a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. That certification could be the difference between a coin worth 1 cent and one worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. Coin collectors around the world are buzzing about this coin. Facebook groups, Reddit threads, and YouTube channels are flooded with photos and questions about the 2004 D penny. Collectors share their finds, compare values, and dream of that one lucky score that changes their life. The community is growing every day, and as more people learn about the 2004 D Lincoln penny's potential, the competition and excitement only grows stronger. Right now, the coin collecting market is hot, especially for pennies with known errors or minting anomalies. Dealers are offering high premiums. Private collectors are making secret offers. And auction houses are breaking record after record. This isn't just about coins. It's about possibility. That something so small, something so overlooked, can be so valuable. It's about the treasure hunt. The thrill of discovering a hidden gem in an old drawer, in your grandpa's coin jar, or in a handful of loose change you get from the store. The 2004 D Lincoln penny proves that anything is possible, even a penny becoming worth more than a luxury car or a new house. And right now, that penny could be sitting in your pocket. So what are you waiting for? Go grab your coin jars. Open those old penny rolls. Search every single 2004 D penny you can find. Because one day, someone will discover another ultra-rare one and walk away with a fortune. Maybe that someone is you, and when you do, make sure to come back here and tell us your story. Because at JF Coin, this isn't just a channel, it's a community of treasure hunters, dreamers, and everyday people chasing the extraordinary. If you found this video helpful or exciting, hit that like button. Subscribe for more incredible coin stories, up-to-date market values, and insider tips that could help you strike gold. And drop a comment below, let us know what hidden treasures you found in your collection. This is JF Coin.